So, we're talking about how the Lord said, Behold, He wants you to see something differently, and He wants you to see it in your heart. Do you know that you have actually three sets of eyes? You have your physical eyes that you use to look at me right now. You also have spiritual eyes, that place in which where maybe you pray or you read or you hear a sermon and you see something new and you go, aha, I saw that spiritually. The way perhaps we might say the word of the Lord comes to our eyes in our spirit. And then we also have eyes in our soul, eyes in our heart, the place where we see our history, our past, our wounds, our joys, our struggles, our imagination, what we want life to be, what we wish things could be like. So I want you to use kind of the eyes of your spirit and the eyes of your soul to start looking at this heart map that you've been making. And one of the things I want you to see is we have these genuine things, genuinely tender, genuinely loving, genuinely in your design, faithful and truthful and heroic and loyal and excellent. But if you'd actually look a little deeper, there's also some places where those things get broken. There's places where those pieces aren't quite whole, and we want to know how to make them whole. We need to find where the broken pieces are so they can be repaired. So why? Why look for the broken? Why look for the negative? I think sometimes as Christians, we have this idea we're not supposed to look at that because somehow that means we don't have faith. But the truth is, if you don't look at what's there, you have no idea it needs repair. Now, let me just step to the side a minute and tell you a little secret. Do you know you have an enemy? His name is Satan, the devil, and he hates your guts and he wishes you were dead, and he'd kill you if he could, but he can't, or he already would have. All he's got is his big fat mouth, and he just talks to you all the time about what's wrong, what they've done wrong, what you've done wrong, what life's done wrong. And he has a bunch of 8mm movies that he just plays on the place in your heart. And so he validates everything he's been saying, and you watch those movies. He knows where those broken places are much better than you do, and he'll use them against you. So first of all, why do you want to find him? Well, for protection. You'd want to know where are the breaches in the fortress. You'd want to know where are the weak places so that you can strengthen them and protect them. Why repair them? Because first of all, it keeps the enemy out, but here's a bigger one. It feels so much better in the now. I said previously that there are times in which in my life, and I've heard other people say, I don't like it doesn't feel good to be me. I don't like who I've turned into. This isn't what I thought my life would be. Well, if you're going to have anything be different, there's got to be some repair. Because here's the thing, you don't get something different. You have you. You have who God's designed you to be. You have you, perfectly created in Eden, broken in the fall and the curse, and redeemed in Christ. And that's what He works with. That's what He works with, who we actually are right here, right now. So not only does your heart feel good, better, best in the right now, but what it does is it opens up a path that wasn't available to you before. There's a path of brokenness and there's a path of wholeness. And we all have a destiny. We're either going to live our life out of our brokenness or out of our wholeness. We're either going to live our life out of the wound and the lie or out of the healing. Now, in the end, I have to give you a challenge. It's because your value demands it. Do you remember when I said before that people who don't value themselves aren't going to do this work very well? Well, this is the place you've got to go a little deeper, take another drink, really tap into how much the Lord loves you so that you can love you like He loves you because your value demands it. You know, there's a place in which, as a parent, I find that I didn't let my kids do certain things. I didn't let them eat rat poison, not because I'm the fun police, but because their value demanded, that I keep them safe, that they live and not die. As my kids grew older, we had rules like wear your seatbelt and don't go there and don't drink that, and right? Well, that's about your value. Your value demands that. So, how do I find my value? How do I get it? How do I know it? How do I feel it? Well, there's a certain order. The order is gaining it, then the order is knowing it, then the order is feeling it. So maybe we want to talk about how you're going to gain your value because it demands you find this so it can be repaired. Who has God designed you to be? Well, the first step is He's designed you to be whole.